a new poll that just came out about credit card debt. And credit card usage is the highest and growing at the quickest pace than it has been for decades.
Yeah, so this data comes from Axios. They said credit card debt has surged by $46 billion in the last quarter. That's a 13% jump from the prior year, and it's the biggest increase in 20 years in credit card debt. Americans opened 233 million new accounts in the period from April to June. That's the most since 2008, when, you might remember, was a recession,
Yes.
which we are in right now, whether Joe Biden wants to admit it or not. We've had 2 consecutive quarters of GDP shrinking, so we are in a recession. Joe Biden doesn't want to admit it, but those are the facts. And we're seeing it because these numbers are reflecting what we saw in 2008, which was the last recession.
Yeah.
And household debt.
This is going to create stagflation, is really
Yeah,
what it's
absolutely.
going to do.
It absolutely is. Household debt now totals more than $16 trillion for Americans. Credit card balances make up $890 billion of that $16 trillion. And it's honestly sad because you see people opening these accounts, as I just said, 233 million new accounts from April to June, and they think that by opening these credit accounts, they can push off their expenses.
Yes.
They think that, this is different from a debit card. I don't have to pay this off right away. But what's sad is that these Americans who are racking up this credit card debt are really they're screwing up their future, because your credit score is going to go way down. You're not going to be able to get loans. You're not going to be able to buy a house. You're not going to be able to probably buy a car, because your credit score is going to be so low unless you can find somebody who's going to co-sign with you or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Americans are being forced to turn to the credit card industry because they think that that's going to help them get out of this, inflation problem, the fact that they can't afford their rent, they can't afford their food. But really all it's doing is pushing your problems down the road and causing what will probably be a major setback for you if you want to start a family, you want to start a new life in a few years.